After removing hyperthreading or simultaneous multithreading, Intel has announced that it's adding it back onto the roadmap while saying its removal put them at a disadvantage. And honestly, I'm here for it. We need more competition in the CPU space, especially when it comes to x86. Because if there isn't any, then what results is rising prices and stagnating performance. And it makes sense. If you were the only competitor in a given market, who would honestly be able to stop you from doing that? And Intel with the 285K did away with hyperthreading, but it was known to be too expensive for what it offered in terms of performance. Adding back SMT would give Intel more performance at the cost of more silicon real estate and more power, which is why they got rid of it originally. But AMD has proven that it doesn't need to be removed to get really good performance or not be power hungry. Otherwise, AMD wouldn't still be using it. But even then, it would still come down to price. If Intel focuses on price to performance of not just its CPU, but its entire platform as well, then the CPU wars might be back on. And as for the GPU front, I couldn't find anything stated, which is kind of disappointing because I like the direction that Intel is taking with its GPUs. They are super competitive in terms of price for the performance on offer, which makes me like to think of Intel as an ankle biter to AMD or an Nvidia on the GPU front. But I'm running on the assumption that they didn't say anything on the GPU front to keep the quote-unquote investors like Kramer quiet, who of which have no idea what they're talking about half the time. Speaking of which, Intel just won against a lawsuit that was brought against them by shareholders for the stock price falling, and honestly good. Trading in the stock market is like walking into a casino. They chose to take that risk and buy Intel stock. They are grown-ass adults who are responsible for their own finances, so they can stop crying when things don't go their way and go back to Wall Street bets.